Hey, how you doing? So I wanted to give a small segment of how I feel about frustration. So I was thinking to myself just now about frustration and frustration myself and circumstances and how not to let things beat you or get you down. So I want to keep as positive as possible, but I can get very negative about myself and others and things. And I know I can. It's not a good trait, but it's a trait that I have to really work with and work against because that negativity can get me to the point of just wanting to give up. And one thing I know that I've done for a long time, because I'm the type of person that analyzes and overanalyzes things, is that I rationalize. I don't know where it happened in life. It's I can kind of pinpoint it back to childhood for me, where sometimes the give up mentality, the negativity mentality, or being frustrated with the situation, and instead of going forward, I had a tendency to be like, well, if I can't get this, oh well, I can't get it. I'm not good enough for it, or whatever the reason is. And I understand that when you I guess it's more than just frustration, but when you look at a situation and you take it negatively and you let yourself be impacted by others and other people's energy and all these types of different things like that, you will lose out. And one thing that I'm actually doing this for, this is really more, it's not just me really talking to anybody who wants to listen, it's also for myself. This is my own little form of self help and hopefully to help others too while I'm at it. And keep a personal journal and diary of how I'm feeling and what I'm doing and all these different types of things because I have done this I guess you could say vicarious living where for so long I have lived through others, watch other people's videos, look at, you know, see other people go and travel where I want to go to and do things. And I've lived vicariously through the television screen or the computer screen. And I haven't experienced and done a lot of different things in my life. Even though I'm at the age I am, there's a lot of things I haven't experienced, I haven't done, um, that really just came from me becoming the, I guess you could say, hermit homebody, because most of the time I am at home, I am a hermit, and I really don't have a lot of friends and do a lot of activities and events, and that has hurt me through life. And there could be someone out there like that, like me, um, who is looking at me right now saying, yeah, I kind of do the same thing. And one thing I want to try to get the strength and give the strength to myself and really internalize and gain the power and strength to pull myself out of that type of behavior because I rationalize at the end of the day our behavior becomes is us who we are, and if you make choices over and over and over again that hinder you in life, you can't really expect to get anywhere with that. It just doesn't happen. One thing I always talk about, the definition of insanity, which is the definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over and over again and think something new is going to happen from it. So if you keep going down the street and somebody hits you with a stick, and you keep thinking, well, if I keep going down the street and I keep getting hit with this stick, eventually that person is not going to hit me anymore. They're going to leave. Instead of changing your route, which would be your best route because that's not your only road to travel. And I have been hit with that stick many times in my life, just like going down that same path, that same road. And the worst part is that some until I started really paying attention, I didn't even realize I was making those type of choices over and over again. The same choice to deal with the same type of people, or the same choice to deal with instant gratification, then to want instant gratification than to go for that long haul. Like if I can't learn, I'll say this: I've been trying to learn Japanese for years, and mostly just because of procrastination and not really taking the time out to try to learn. I have just, I could say a few words in Japanese. I might even let a few folks hear it one time. But just that persistence, the persistence that I need to get into of consistency and making sure that I practice. I didn't. So yeah, I can say a few words here and there, but I should just about have gotten to the point where I could have a conversation. And I can't, because that's just one of the many things that I have done in my life where I make the choice not to practice. I make the choice not to do X, Y, Z. And so I'll try my best slowly to share some of my embarrassing issues I have with myself, if I can, because not everybody wants to share all their embarrassing information. But to me, I'll just say that's one of my embarrassing things I have done, and really, just choice making, just choice making, just the choices that I make. And when that is frustrating, because the worst part about yourself is you can't run away from yourself. You can't leave yourself. Like, I have had times where I look at myself like, oh, I'm tired of me. You know, if that even makes any sense to anyone. But you can get tired of yourself. But you can't run away from yourself. You know, if you get up in the morning and leave, you can't run and say, okay, I'm tired of this girl. I got to go. Like, you're what you have. You're not all you have in life, but you're a good portion of it. And if you don't take that time to work with yourself, you're just being an endless circle, which I found myself in, just an endless circle of not getting what you want. I want to speak different languages. I want to travel. I want my money to increase. I want to have a nice body like everybody else. But, you know, not so much. Because, and the one thing that I'm going to try to break these up into small segments because I don't want to ramble on too long in one video. But besides the subject, I'll go kind of here, which is comfort. Everybody tries to comfort you. I don't know if anybody else who's maybe heavy have always heard, there's always somebody for everybody. Now, that may sound kind of negative the way I kind of said that, but I do kind of get tired of hearing that. And I know most people are saying it to be nice or to comfort me, but for me, I've always had this issue is that how do I like someone when I don't really like myself half the time? And I understand that there's someone for everyone, but for me, I don't want to be this heavy. Like, I'm not looking for someone that finds me at this size attractive, I guess you could say. I understand there definitely is somebody out there. I've had people from time to time talk about me being in a nice way or an attractive way, but at the same time, I understand that I don't even like myself really at this size. And I understand liking yourself because I am much better than I used to be about liking myself. I actually do like myself, and I think I have pretty decent traits personality wise, but body wise, I'm not there for myself. And I don't feel like I need to get the best clothes. Like, you can dress it up, you can put pretty clothes on it, you can make yourself look nice, smell nice, but at the end of the day, when you take everything off, and if you can't look in the mirror and be happy with yourself, really truly happy with yourself, and feel proud of yourself, then how do you find, so, like, I can't expect someone to give me that. I have to give that to myself. I think that is one thing I've learned enough now, is that you can't depend on another person to make you happy so much as that you have to be a happy person so that you'll find someone. I, you know what? I think I'm rambling. I don't know if I'm making complete sense now, but I feel like that, if you're happy, you find that person who makes you happy and you guys are happy together. Not that you're not as happy as you should be, and then you find someone to make you happy, because they can never really make you as happy as you'll make yourself. If that makes any sense to anyone that is listening. you know, I do see that in this world, we do. I think that we have to pull up our own bootstraps, I guess you could say. Like, you have to really feel good about yourself, and you have to really push yourself. Because one thing I have suffered from is I need somebody behind me. Like if somebody's pushing me really hard, like if I have some like one of my family members annoying me, like get up and do this and do that, and really put your effort into it. It annoys me so badly that I push myself even harder because I don't want to hear them or I'm tired of it or it's just to say that we all have the real potential to do some amazing things, but sometimes it takes somebody to be behind us. And what I want to achieve is being behind myself, being the type of person who has the mental strength to push myself forward. Because there's not always somebody in your corner to push you. There's not always somebody there for support. You know, it makes me think about, I forgot what YouTuber I was watching. And if I remember him, I'll definitely put him out there for you. And he was talking to someone about working out, and she said, "Oh, I need a workout partner." And he thought about, you need a workout partner to work out. You just need to get up and work out. And you know they've got. I think if it would, you know, he went on Facebook and everybody went back and forth about that. But I got what he meant was that what happened to people having strength for themselves? A lot of us depend on someone else or a second party or a third party or a fourth party to get to help motivate us. And the problem is that we've lost a lot of the ability to motivate ourselves. I know I'm a horrible motivator for myself, and that's what led me to really do a lot of the and make a lot of the decisions that I've made just by not being properly motivating myself. So, you know, if you need somebody to be your boot camp instructor, you need to be your own boot camp instructor because it's not always going to be someone out there to put, you know, whip your behind and get you up. So I hope that made sense, though I do feel a little rambly, but I'm just going to keep making videos no matter what. And hopefully you'll stick with me. All right. Bye bye.